Coming to you live from a junk room someplace west of Tatooine, it's not necessarily Star Wars news, with your host, the Junkman.
Good evening. It's been a busy week for movie news thanks to Disney's D23 convention. Let's start off, as always, with Star Wars news. The official trailer for the upcoming Disney series, The Mandalorian, was released online and shown at D23. It was met with praise and excitement from fans all across the social media networks. However, it did upset one YouTuber wearing big headphones around his neck as he called for a boycott of the show because it ended with the word Ryan. Also at D23, we got the release of the teaser poster for the upcoming Rise of Skywalker. The poster shows Rey and Kylo locked in a lightsaber battle on top of what might be left from a Death Star. In the background of the poster looms the real villain of the film. He's been pulling the strings all along. Everyone in Star Wars is just puppets, and he's the puppet master. Footage from Rise of Skywalker was shown at D23. One clip that got fans a buzzing was Rey dressed in all black, wearing a hood and holding a double-bladed red lightsaber. And another clip that got fans a buzzing was Wicket eating a fried First Order Stormtrooper drum bone. It looked good. It looked good. It made me hungry. You don't care about that. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Well, it's official. Ewan McGregor is back as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Disney Plus Obi-Wan Kenobi television series. Not to be outdone, online streaming service Crackle announces it's going to reboot The Art of Being Nick, starring Family Ties actor Scott Valentine. You knew there was going to be a Scott joke in here somewhere, didn't you? Got it out of the way. In other Star Wars news, online boycotter Brian Young is leading a protest against the upcoming Mandalorian series, demanding they change the name from Man-alorian to non-gender specific Lorian. It's the best we got, guys. And in movie news, it seems Spider-Man might be leaving the MCU as a deal between Marvel Studios and Sony breaks down. However, comic book publisher Image says, "Hey Marvel, we got Super Dragon on the table, just in case you're interested." Super Dragon. He-Man, the anime series, is coming back, and it would be produced by writer, director, and podcast talker Kevin Smith. Kevin says the new Masters of the Universe cartoon series will pick up where the old 80s cartoon left off. The only difference? This time Orko will be a weed-dealing sidekick. Kevin Smith, you know there are going to be some weed jokes in this thing. A Breaking Bad movie is coming to Netflix this October, and a teaser trailer hit the internet this weekend. Let's take a look.
I don't know what to tell you. I ain't said like 500 times already. I have no idea where he is. Don't know where he's headed either. North, south, west, east, Mexico, the moon. I don't have a clue.
Ding dong.
The one who knocks.
Looks exciting. Can't wait for that one. Disney's theme park ride turned movie Jungle Cruise will be released in the summer of 2020. Not to be outdone, Six Flags says for the summer of 2021, they plan to release Sky Screamer the movie on Crackle. And in toy news, Hasbro has bought Death Row Records. I know that sounds like the joke, but it's not. They really did it. They bought Death Row Records. So now, finally, we can get that Dr. Dre Operation game. God dang, that's the worst throw ever. You ruined my joke. Stupid paper. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker action figures have been found at a Toys R Us in Canada. Look for these toys soon in the U.S. on the clearance rack at your local Family Dollar. Hasbro announces next year they will cut down on the plastic used for their toy packaging. Great news, no longer spending 4 hours trying to untwist all those plastic little ties. Now you can spend 6 hours trying to pull off those silly, goofy rubber bands. Man, that was a good throw. Is that it? Are we done? Got nothing left here with the fan letters. Now let's go over to Lunky Baka for his thoughts of the week.
You know what I hate? I hate when it's break time at work and you walk into the break room to heat up your leftover tuna casserole and some foolish coworker didn't hit the clear button on the microwave timer. Either let your food cook the full time you set it for or hit clear, so it's not showing 1 minute and 32 seconds on the timer when the next person uses it. Really, is it that hard to hit a button that says clear? Why should you leave that for the next person to do? That's more annoying than those little plastic ends on shoelaces. What's the deal with those? This has been Lumpy Baka's Rant of the Week.
And now it's time for the Junkman to answer viewer mail.
Today's viewer mail comes from Lisa Turtle from Sioux City, Iowa, and she writes, Dear Junkman, you always doing videos about what you love about Star Wars, from his toys to his movies. But I'm sure there's something about Star Wars you don't like. Why don't you do a video about stuff you don't like about Star Wars? Well, Lisa, that's because I like to do videos or try to keep it positive and talk about stuff that I love about Star Wars. I don't see the need to sit around and do video after video, except maybe on some rare occasions about stuff I don't like. Just not fun to me to talk about stuff I hate. But you bring up an interesting question, as there's always stuff you don't like, even if you're a fan of it. So, here's a list of some things I don't like about Star Wars. The Clone Wars movie. Ugh. That stuttering DJ that never even played any records. Star Wars fans that say space wizards. No opening crawl for Star Wars spin-off movies. The lack of flying ads in Star Wars. And out of 10 Star Wars movies, they can't find one role for Paul Rodriguez? Well, that's a list of just some of the things I hate about Star Wars. We'll be right back.
Making things fly. What is like making things look like bright.
You can make lots of pretty pictures with Light Bright from Hasbro.
Well, I want to thank you for watching Not Necessarily Star Wars News, where we give you the best of Star Wars news, movie news, pop culture news, toy news, read fan mail, and more. And I want to say coming up next week, hold on, we got some breaking news here. It's official. Lucasfilm is confirming that they're changing the name of The Mandalorian due to protests from social justice warriors and the Phantom Menace clubhouse haters. The new title of The Mandalorian will be, It's Not Boba Fett, Sorry, a Star Wars Story. Thank you for watching.
And that's what happened this week in Star Wars. Join us next Friday for more news from a junk room far, far away.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.